aren't you way too out of step on this issue to be the Republican nominee?
No, I'm not.
Former New Jersey Governor Christie does not support outlawing transgender measures such as surgeries, hormones, and puberty blockers for children. He argues that parents should have the authority to decide for themselves on those issues. This is an entirely unacceptable position, especially for a candidate vying for the Republican presidential nomination. While it should be common sense that parents should not allow their children to be subjected to transgender surgical procedures and hormones, there are liberal parents who believe in radical leftist gender ideology, and parents who might get pressured or duped into believing that they need to let their child pursue transgenderism. But it's precisely because of those cases that it is clearly the proper role of government to protect young people by outlawing the performance of those insane practices on minors. Anyone who doesn't recognize this should never be elected to public office, especially as a Republican.
You do not favor a ban on trans medical treatments for minors, saying it's a parental rights issue. The surgeries done on minors involve cutting off body parts at a time when these kids cannot even legally smoke a cigarette. Kids who go from puberty blockers to cross-sex hormones are at a much greater likelihood of winding up sterile. How is it that you think a parent should be able to okay these surgeries, never mind the sterilization of a child? And aren't you way too out of step on this issue to be the Republican nominee?
No, I'm not. Because Republicans believe in less government, not more. In less involvement with government, not more in government involvement in people's lives. And you know what, Megan? I trust parents. And we're out there saying that we should empower parents in education. We should empower parents to make more decisions about where their kids go to school. I agree. We should empower parents to be teaching the values that they believe in their homes without the government telling them what those values should be. And yet we want to take other parental rights away. Let me just say this. This is not something I favor. I think it's a very, very dangerous thing to do. But that's my opinion as a parent, Megan. And I get to make the decisions about my children, not anybody else. And you know what? Every once in a while, parents are going to make decisions that we disagree with. But the minute you start to take those rights away from parents, you don't know that slippery slope, what rights are going to be taken away next, and what's going to be forced on you.
As a parent, you do not have the right to abuse your kids. This is cutting off their genitals. This is mutilating these minors.